Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this live or replay from. Again, it's me, Aryan, here, coming to you live from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. It's January 4, 2025, and it's already 9:20 p.m. here. So I'm greeting you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world right now. If you can comment down below where you're tuning in from so we know how global we are in our online family, right? So tonight, honestly, I was supposedly going to skip this day for the go live, but um, so we were so busy today because of family commitments. My younger son has a birthday party to attend to, and then the the older one had his first like soccer game of the year with his taekwondo friends, and um, and they had training, taekwondo training earlier today. So it's like we only have like several minutes, hours to rest. My husband was driving them, driving us. I guess for the whole day, and we also did grocery today. For our supplies, our food for the next week. So kind of busy. Yeah, so busy. But yeah, I was supposed to skip this day, but I thought I could share something interesting with you guys because after eating dinner earlier today, my husband turned on the TV and then watched these news about technology, and that's when I found out that there were a lot of layoffs that happened in the technology industry and in big tech companies as well. So that is how I found a topic that I want to discuss for today. So, first off, if this is the first time that you are seeing me, again, I'm Aryan, and I'm a Filipina immigrant living here in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, right now, together with my husband and my two young kids. I used to be an SAP programmer back in the Philippines for 12 years before we moved here in 2022. I started here as a student, juggled multiple jobs as a cleaner, concierge, and move-in coordinator. And after the program, I landed a job as an IT analyst, and now I'm doing that. Alongside with it, I'm also a proud digital business owner. And in this digital business, we help ambitious, hardworking career parents take back control of their time, their life, and have more time, precious moments with their family by starting this legitimate digital business. So that's my mission in this online business. So again, um, so I gave you that background because I wanted to share with you um, about stability, right? So chasing stability, why being open-minded is essential. So just a little background. Again, I mentioned I was an SAP programmer before when we were in the Philippines. My husband too. We were both in the IT industry. And again, the IT industry in the Philippines paid us well. We had good pay, good benefits, but for most of our working life there, we lived paycheck to paycheck. So that was the life back then. And but when I first came into the IT industry in 2009, I was so thrilled because straight out of college, like just several months after I graduated, I landed this programmer job in Accenture, and it's one of the biggest tech companies in the Philippines. And I was so thrilled to be there. I was excited to be learning, being in training and learning about programming in one of the biggest tech companies. But I thought, but because we have good package, they've offered us good package and good pay and good benefits. I really thought about staying there for most of my life, working for um, working for this company or working in the technology industry. And I was thinking I could probably retire into this job in my 50s or 60s, And I know that could be a long time for others, but I guess that was the vision that I had back then. And, you know, when I was already in the middle of my career back in the Philippines, I was already burnt out because I already have two sons, two young boys, right, during that time. And I'm still doing mid shift, sometimes night shift, sometimes day shift, and then and it was exhausting because the pressure was there. We have to adhere to deadlines, to projects, right? The project tasks we have to finish them within the due dates, and so being in the provider side of the projects of the support team, you are being paid by clients, and that's why I guess that's why I felt burnt out during that time, because the pressure was there, performance evaluation, things like that. So everything, it's like you're experiencing everything at the same time, and it's a lot to take in, especially as a mom of two, right? So juggling all of those things, it's kind of hard, especially in the Philippines, because we don't get to have a really flexible working hours, right? So I just when I was watching earlier those videos, discussing about these big tech companies that are laying off employees. A lot of employees have been laid off in the past year, since the pandemic and up until the past year. And so I thought, um, maybe if I stayed in the Philippines, I could be still working for these companies, but still living paycheck to paycheck, right? Still, struggling with finances, still doesn't have financial and time freedom, still not having the flexibility to um, juggle different things, family, career, work, passion, travel, things like that. And I do have big dreams, right? A lot of people have big dreams, bigger dreams than that. And we don't want to really focus on just one thing, right? So I wanted to talk about something that really resonates with most of us, which is, for people who are working in major industries and feeling like it's that kind of job is forever, you know, like I once had, when I thought I landed a stable job, but um, I was thinking then, I was thinking then that I hit the jackpot, right? But only ending up thinking right now, actually, that it was just an illusion. Like, of course, you are in your peak right after college, and you are thinking, I already got a job, and I can already earn money. I can contribute to the family, but it won't really last long, for decades. If you are really a big dreamer, it's not sustainable. So it was just some kind of probably I could say illusion, right? Because nothing is constant in life. And especially when it comes to careers, nothing is absolute. So, what do we really have to do? Because a lot of people are falling into this trap, right? And I believe there will be a lot of graduates, whether you're in the Philippines or not, that would believe that when they land a job, that's already secured, right? And and that if they are really a diligent employee, if they are really hardworking, dedicated, they could stay on that same path up until retirement. So if you are the same, like, do you, I mean, did you think of that? Like, are you looking at having your job right now could be sustained up until when you are 50 or 60 years old, up until you retire? Do you really still think that? So I just wanted to remind you here that the truth is, you know, these industries, even if they're really huge, big, massive tech industry, probably healthcare, um, and whatnot, right? There are a lot of these big industries. They evolve and they always have these market shifts, and sometimes jobs would just disappear, especially now that a lot of the positions are being replaced by AI or automation, right? So no one really actually expected that these industries like tech would explode the way they did in the past few years, and no one also expected that um, they would topple down in the past few years as well, right? So this is why it is essential to keep our eyes open into different opportunities, and you know we need to keep our minds open, our eyes open for diversification of options of our income so we can survive this, right? So now, what do we really need to do to avoid being a victim in these kind of situations? Because I'm sure that you don't want to be a victim, right? You don't want to play the victim in these kind of situations because especially if you have a family, right? It's very difficult to be in a certain kind of lifestyle, and then when you are laid off, suddenly your whole life changes. So what should we do, right? Because I believe everyone wants security, right? So we can first embrace lifelong learning. And especially for us in the tech industry, we've realized that, um, again, I mentioned this over and over again, technology is fast paced. It's a fast paced industry. And if you don't catch up to the trends, the technologies, new technologies that are emerging, if you are not an early adopter, it's going to be difficult to catch up, and you can just get discarded, or you will not be updated along the way. So it's difficult for us to stick to the jobs that we have if we are not dedicated enough, if we are not hardworking enough, if we are not passionate enough to stay updated in the latest trends. So, again, the world is changing faster than ever, especially now. And we need to upgrade our skills. It's up to us what skill set do you want to upgrade or improve, what courses, classes to take, But the bottom line is we want ourselves to embrace lifelong learning. Okay, we need to stay relevant. If we really want to improve our lifestyle, along with it, our paycheck, we need to continue learning, whatever learning is for you. so you can stay relevant, right? So that's number one. Number two, network beyond your current circle. So a lot of Filipinos don't really do this. um I guess the only ones that like in the Philippines, these the networking is mostly done by people who are already in position, like the managers, executives, um people who know that networking is really important. And we might not see the importance of networking, but here in Canada, in the US, in other countries, networking is one of the best ways that you also can stay relevant. So you can actually network with people who are in the same industry, who are in the same, like within the same, if you have the same passion, you can join clubs, you can join groups, right? Attend webinars, attend gatherings, connect with like-minded people, with professionals as well, maybe in your field or in other fields, because you won't know what opportunities will come to you, right? And they mostly come from unexpected places. So if you really believe in the law of attraction, if you want something done, or if you want something for yourself, if you are trying to reach a goal and you're trying to manifest something, most of the time they appear in very unexpected places. And this is one of the ways when you can practice, mingling with other people, discussing, intellectual topics about people who have the same mindset as you, and network, like be friends with others, be genuinely interested in others, just like what is stated in How to Win Friends and Influence People, right? So that's point two. And point three, so this is the last one. You have to diversify your income streams. So I guess a lot of people are afraid of being laid off, of being terminated from your work, from your job, because you are relying on only one income stream. You're only relying on your job. You're very dependent on one job. No matter how stable that really feels, it's very risky, right? So if we want to feel really secured about our future, even if we are working in big industries, we have to consider having side hustles, having freelance projects, having other income streams, maybe investing, exploring other income streams, businesses, because diversification is a safety. It's a safety net. It can give you security, and it could actually open doors to passions that you really didn't know that could turn into income, right? So so that's number three. You need to diversify your income streams. Again, if you don't want to be very dependent, and you don't want to be very dependent on just one job, and your current employment, you need to, and you want to avoid being a victim in these kind of situations. The first thing is to embrace lifelong learning, keep on improving yourself. The second one is to network beyond your current circle, so be genuinely interested in other people, and talk about things that can be interesting to both of you, right? And then point three is to diversify your income streams. So while it could feel that your current job is very stable and you are currently in a major industry, don't ever think that it is forever, because it's not. And you know that employers will easily probably terminate you or will easily replace you if you resign, right? Because that's the reality. Their business should continue, right? It's because it's business, it's their business, and whatever happens, you are just an employee. So if you really want to not be a victim in these kind of situations, you have to remember that you should be, and you are in control of your life, and so you don't have to depend on just one job. And those are some of the things that you can do, right? To strategize. So before we wrap up there, I'd like to hear from you, of course. What are you doing to stay open to new opportunities, right? Because a lot of Filipinos are a lot of us Filipinos are too scared of exploring, because we think that, of course, in this day and age, there are a lot of scams out there, right? Let me know. You can drop your thoughts in the comments and we can inspire each other to keep growing and evolving. So, apart from that, if you really want to take control of your life, your financial future, if you really want freedom, like time freedom or financial freedom, then I invite you to watch our free info session that we hold live every Tuesdays and Thursdays online. So this is just online. You can register in my website below, ariangale.com. Enter your full name and email address in my website, and I will send you the link to our next live info session. If you miss the live one, we can send you a replay in the same email. So yeah, so that's it. And this I would like to tell you that this is actually one of the ways that you can, it's one of the legitimate ways that you can diversify your income without sacrificing your family time, right? Because again, we use AI and automation here. So it's easier for us to explore, this business, this digital business, especially if you are not really tech savvy, because we have a step-by-step video-based training, very detailed training and comprehensive, that really trains people who are not tech savvy. So there. So I hope you are someone who's open to diversification of, income, of opportunities, right? And you are one who doesn't wait for change. You don't want to sit down and just wait, right? Because again, time is running out, and time is not on our side. So what's really important is we start now, especially if we see these kind of opportunities. It might be divine appointment. So you don't have to spend for the free info session, right? Why not watch it? So that's it. And again, I can help you out if you have questions regarding our digital business. So that's it from me, and I hope you got some value from that. I'll see you again in my next live tomorrow. Have a great day, have a great night, and God bless you. Bye for now.